educational path, basically. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you should submit that letter. Don't delay anymore, Natty. Submit the letter and let's see how they respond. In this day and age, I don't think they should be discriminating against our hairstyles. So, I mean, we've gone past that many, many decades ago in other countries. So I don't see why Ethiopia should be discriminating. So let's follow it up. Don't hesitate. All right? The box file, the blue box file, the project, can you bring it back to the front table? It's an important document. Okay, so is there any questions before we go further in the agenda? Okay, number 7, communication, where we're going to have our panel discussion. So we have some guest speakers who are going to join us online. Were you able to get in contact with Minnie Abby?
She's ready.
She's ready. Okay. Danny, can you link Minnie Abby? Very good. Minnie Abby Ford, she's a very, very, very important member of our organization. Her great-grandfather is known as Rabbi Arnold Ford. He is the one that Minnie Abby left his country, island of Barbados, and went to New York, which is Harlem, Manhattan. And he wrote the anthem, the universal anthem that was sung at the Marcus Garvey meetings. Ready? Okay. So her great-grandfather.
Hello?
Hi, Minnie Abby.
Hi, Minnie Abby.
Greetings.
Perfect love. How are you, Minnie Abby?
Grand rising, everyone.
Grand rising, Minnie Abby. It's morning for you in Maryland.
It's 7:46
Oh gosh.
a.m. I wanted. It's okay. We rise early.
That's very good.
Greetings, everyone. So nice to see everybody from far away.
Very good. So,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you perfectly. Would you like to go ahead, introduce yourself and your presentation? The floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you so much, Brother Ambrose, and thank you everyone for joining us today. I am very blessed and honored to be here with you for Black History Month 2025 here in the United States. It's a very, very important event for this new year, for our history. I'm very honored to be part of this event. I also wanted to thank our partners, the St. Mary's University, American Reading Room, and all the participants to make this event possible. My purpose today really is to give you information, above all really share my passion with you all as part of my family legacy. When we put together this program for the Black History Month in particular, the purpose, at least in my heart, was to share the message of continuation. share the message of unity, share the message of creativity, to think outside the box, welcome all the challenges, however undesirable they may be, but use our ancestral strength, resilience, spiritual warfare to continue the work that we do, which is to empower our people so that they live equally with other fellow human beings on this planet as they created to do so. I am Minabi Turungo Ford. I was born and raised in Ethiopia. To my father, Ali Abraham Ford, was a son of Arnold Josiah Ford and Minones Ford. As you can well imagine, women to share and to distinguish between that's my mom versus that's someone who gave of himself for the betterment of all other people. So sometimes I find it difficult to talk about it, but I realize that it's not about what I did or did not do to measure up, but it's not about talking about family personally. It's about acknowledging the work of each individual, whether they are family or not, to make sure that the work is recognized and built upon. So I humbly want to share with you my grandparents' history. Both my grandparents, Arnold Josiah Ford and Minones Ford, were born in Barbados. This could be located in Barbados as well, from childhood to adulthood, as embodied by the work of women Leiden, Marcus Garvey, and all the rest before them, to see about the liberation of African people all through the world. I recall in my grandmother's biography, unpublished, when she was 5 years old, she's at church and she looks at the images and they don't look like her. And she says to herself, something is off. I don't see me in my garden. And the elders would say, shh, don't make trouble. It was in her DNA, the knowledge of who she is, who her creator is. And it troubled her. Ironically, these days, with social media, you find everybody stripping over themselves to show, oh, the Europeans were worshiping black God of any such thing. It was in their DNA. I say that to say that the liberation movement of my family and my associates, as I understand it, it's really more to do with the idea that I am and therefore you are. I am beautiful and so are you. Extended to all humanity, regardless. That's where my grandparents, my ancestors come from. Therefore, we're clear about our mission of love and mercy and liberation to all mankind, actually, but we see about our situation in particular. Motivated and propelled by this passion in their heart, way back when Africa was colonized, they were aware, and what they did with whatever they had was to, first of all, become conscious of their identity, and then do something about it with whatever strength, wealth, will, intelligence they have to contribute. Briefly, my grandmother came to the United States to better her education. She joined her mother, who came before her, the Caribbean immigrants to America. were a very special bunch. They were literate and educated. When they came through Ellis Island, they were given a literacy test. Unlike the Eastern Europeans, it was the Caribbeans who scored high. Because of their African ancestry, they were put to more tests, but they were ready for the task. My grandmother soon came and joined her mother. Unfortunately, at that time, black women, black men were, so my grandmother joined her mother. People don't understand the occupation that we have and who we are. A lot of times, even now, when we look at each other, somebody did that, somebody does that, we think, that's it, that's not it. My grandmother realized immediately that she wants to go to school. She don't want to work as a maid. She wants to improve herself. And that's what she did. She put herself to business school and got her degree. During that time, as she reached out to learn more about herself and her people, she comes across the Garvey gatherings. There were lecture discussion group with Marcus Garvey, UNIA movement. That's where she started going. The only day off she has, Thursday afternoon. Where'd she go? She didn't go party, she didn't go get her nails done. She went to the Garvey gathering to learn about our situation. There she meets my grandfather, who was also the musical director and also representative of the UNIA. Later on, she becomes his student to learn music. Throughout this time, my grandfather, Arnold Abajan, his grandfather, his father, and so on down the line, I'm talking about Arnold Josiah Ford, were preachers. And he also was very much aware of his identity. At his young age, he joined the British Navy. And everywhere he went, he wanted to document the presence of Black people. And that was his mission. He would send pictures and information to my grandmother to let her know. They won't tell you this, but these are African ancestors that are here before anyone else. Later on, he came to the United States and joined musical director of the UNIA. He was so moved by the situation of our people, whether in the Caribbean, in the United States, in Europe and America, and he wanted to really be part of the UNIA movement to liberate our people. As you know, there were several international delegations held, meeting, and I believe it was in 1919, His Majesty sent a group of delegation to participate in the UNIA conference. What I want to speak of His Majesty, what I know in my humble way, is that he was visionary. He was a strategic thinker. He knew who to do what with. The Western powers were not overwhelming him. He was making sure that he get what he wanted from each